Hello, my friends. We are making sure everything's set up on Instagram as well, waiting for it to catch up. Hello, hello. Sorry about my arm in the way. Here we are. Now, we are live. Hi. And I'm so happy you're here. We are going to continue coloring in the Coco Wyo Tiny Cats coloring book, and I'm just situating this to make sure that we can see. Hello, Native Bee Friendly. Hi, Bettina. If you do want to see a larger area for this live, then I recommend going on Facebook or YouTube. You can find the links in my bio. And sorry, I'm just making sure we can see everything we need to see, and I'm going to tape it so those of us on Instagram can see everything. Sorry, and the Instagram one is a little bit behind, so it takes a second for me to see what's happening on there. Today we're going to color the kitties. That's where we're starting off. We're going to start off with this guy. We're going to color him like the tuxedo cat, which if you go on YouTube or Facebook, then you can see the inspiration image we're using to figure out how to color a black and white kitty. So, for some reason, it's so weird that this tape does not want to stick sometimes, but I'm excited to continue to color with you. This is part 4 working on this page from the coloring book Tiny Cats by Coco Wyo. I'm using, oh my gosh, why does it not want to stick? It's so weird. I'm using Prismacolor Pencils, and you can find everything you need in my links. You can find it in the description on YouTube or the description on Facebook, or you can head to my website, which is AdrienneSmith.Art/links for all the links to whatever you need. Hello, hello. Be sure to say hi if you're stopping in. We're just getting started. Sorry, I gotta shake my shake. Hello, hello. We are going live 3 places today. We are live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm just still getting set up here. I woke up really late today, and so I was not prepared. So making sure I can see everybody here. Yes. Where does it show me? Yes, yes. Hello, hello. Be sure to say hello in the comments. I would love to know that you're hanging out and all that good stuff. I'm just sorting my windows right now. And making sure I can see the comments everywhere and pulling up my little inspiration image. Dum-ba-dum-bum-bum. Hello, Jenna. Hope you're well today. Okay, so if you want to see the whole picture, I do recommend going on Facebook or YouTube to see the inspiration image that we are using to color today. Okay. I set up a little bit different today. Like I said, I'm using Prismacolor pencils. I have my awesome swatch sheets. You can find links to get the swatch book that I use in my bio and all that goodness. And today we're coloring the kitties. Okay, Did you guys ever figure out what the heck is on this cat's head? Because I don't know still. I still don't know. No idea. I wish that Coco Wyo would come in and tell me what the heck that is. I would love to know. So, sorry. I got my lunch shake going on. And I gotta drink it so that I'm not starving. Okay, so we're gonna start with this tuxedo kitty. And if you are, hi AdrienneSmith.Artist. If you are on YouTube or Facebook, you can see my whole desk here. Well, a much better version of it, but we have the inspiration image up. And with this inspiration image, you can see that a black cat is not just black. If you look closely, you can see, I zoomed in a little bit, there's brown, there's some white highlights. Well, that's white in his fur, but we can pretend otherwise. There's white highlights, there's light brown, there's gray. So we're really just looking at what is actually there. And I think that's really the biggest part of coloring or drawing, is learning to observe what you're actually seeing and not letting your brain say this slightly curved line is actually straight. And that happens a lot. So we're looking at this cat and we notice that he is not just black. So there's some blacker colors like in the dark areas, but there is a lot of other colors, not just black. So we're going to go through and see if we can find some colors that we think will match better than just black. So here we have some nice brown grays, warm grays in the Prismacolor set. This is the Prismacolor 150 set. And you absolutely don't need that to make awesome colors or colorings or anything, but I personally really like Prismacolors. Be sure to say hello. Leaving comments and interacting with things you're viewing is really helpful for whoever you're viewing. So the more you comment, the more you interact with posts, etc., the more helpful it is to get your favorite people's videos out there in the world. So if you could please say hi, that would be really helpful. Like or share the video, etc. So we're looking at, so we're looking at our awesome sheet of Prismacolor swatches, and this is definitely how I do it. I'm going to grab probably a bunch of these colors here, maybe a few of the browns as well, but definitely some of these warm grays I think will work really well. So I'm having a I'm having a brain fart. Okay, so we're looking for, so it looks like the French grays are what are going to fit really well, I think. So we're going to go 1074, 1072, 1070, 1069, and 1068, 1076. And we're going to grab some of these. And yes, I always grab way more than I use. Hi, Angie Lyons. I hope you're well today. Thanks for stopping in. We're coloring a page from the book Tiny Cats by Coco Wyo. This is our 4th session, and it's been really fun. Last time we colored strawberries, and that was probably my favorite. You can view the old videos on YouTube, or if you scroll back on my Facebook page, then you can also find them there. So I'm going to grab also, I'm going to grab all of these. So I grabbed all of these colors. Yes, Prismacolors do have a very good selection of grays and browns. I agree with you. I really like that they have cool browns, warm browns, and I think that's really helpful. Or cool grays, sorry. They also have that for browns too. Okay, so now we also want, I think we're good. I don't think I need cool. Maybe a little bit of cool gray for this sort of, like we need like 1051. Or these are also, actually, these aren't cool grays. These are more gray, more warm grays. 1050, 1051, and 1052 we're going to grab. Because I kind of just do it as I go, and I like to have everything like pulled out because I kind of hate going through this. It's really kind of a pain. Okay, so I already pulled out the black, and I'm going to pull out the white as well. And cream just for good measure. Okay, so sorry about that. That's just my process here. And my tape does not want to stick to my table. That is so weird. So we have the black. And I always sharpen. Let's see if this will stay tight. I always sharpen to a nice point. Because that's what I do. This is the Prismacolor Scholar Sharpener. It's my fave. Okay, so we got the black sharpened, and we want to get like the dark grays sharpened real quick. I'm going to go make sure we have 1076 and 1074 sharpened nicely. It's been kind of sad the last few lives that my cat hasn't hung out with us. So, what are you guys up to today? I slept in pretty late. I slept until 10 today because I stayed up really late. I'm re-swatching my Color 300 of my Color pencils into my swatch book that has these charts in it. And yeah, and I'm not done. And I messed up big time on it. Studying? What are you studying? How do you study and color at the same time? That's, I'm wondering. Okay, just making sure I got some nice points on these pencils. And it may be a little overwhelming that I pull out so many pencils. Sometimes it is for me as well, but it's much better than going back through studying certification for medical billing and siting. I don't know what the siting with a T. Jenna made some food today. What kind of food? While we're sharpening. Oh my gosh! So I was like, so as I said, I was swatching my 300 Color pencils yesterday, and when I swatched them the first time, I didn't sharpen them, and so I was like, oh, these are great, no issues. They haven't gone through any trauma. But then when I was working on swatching yesterday, I feel like when you sharpen them after they're brand new, that they just color better. I don't know. That could be a weird thing, but it's what it feels like. Pasta with sausages and tomato sauce. And so I was sharpening these, and they started to break. The lead was broken inside, and so some of my pencils are a lot shorter than I want them to be, but that's okay. Hi Stacy Gray, she's over on YouTube. I hope you're well today. And I think from my understanding, people on Facebook can't see comments from YouTube and vice versa. And so I apologize for that. So I will try to call out the comments and such. So I'm going to start with this 50% French Gray 1072. And we're going to look at our inspiration image here. And we're going to notice where there is lighter gray colors or lighter black colors, or, you know, kind of a brown color, because black cats aren't just black ever. Nothing's ever just black. So especially if you look at it and there's like highlights, that's obviously not black, right? So we're going through and we're gonna put some highlights, and in our past videos, we decided the light is coming from this direction, like that. And so we're going to color in lightly where we think some of the lighter bits are going to be on this kitty. And this is a pretty dark gray still, and that's okay. We'll add more white highlights later, or lighter highlights rather. So yeah, so I'm having a lot of brain farts today. Jenna says that colored pencils often have a coating on their core that make them feel and perform differently before and after the first sharpening. And on budget pencils, that coloring often affects more than on more expensive ones. Yeah, I didn't really think about that before, but I definitely did notice that when I sharpened them, I kind of liked it better. I liked how they worked better. Okay, we're going to go with a darker, but not like all the way dark. And we're going to do a little bit of our dark color. And this is, sepia 948. And we're going to do it where we think some of our darkest darks are going to be. And I'm still, hi Nature Lover 94. I'm still working out in my head how exactly we're going to make it to where his little eyeballs pop out still and aren't like just like, you know, hidden in his little black fur and stuff. Should be interesting to try and figure that out, because I didn't really think about it before I started. And for me, you definitely don't have to color how I color. I do a lot of layers and kind of build up what I'm doing. And sometimes it makes it, I totally got out of the lines. I'm kind of feeling weird right now. Hi, Stacy. So I'm going live on YouTube and Facebook. And so I know that you're on YouTube, but no one else on YouTube has said anything. So that's apparently people on Facebook cannot see comments from people on YouTube. And I don't really know how to fix that necessarily. I'll try. Ooh, let's see. An idea would be to show my whole screen. That actually could be, hold on, let me see if that will be helpful. It might be a little crazy for a second, but I'm going to move things. Prevent or present, share screen. Let me see, entire screen. Okay. Yes, share. Okay, so maybe this will help. It might be a little bit crazy, but I like to show a little bit so I can see what you guys are seeing. Let me know if that is helpful at all for you guys here. For some reason, I thought I could pop this chat out, but I think it's a different one. But now you can see some comments. You'll have to probably zoom in, maybe. Oh, if I change it to just screen sharing. There we go. Okay, so what do you guys think about that? So I have my inspiration image up. This is so I can see comments on YouTube, and this is so I can see your comments and see what's going on. Let me know if that's helpful. Dusty, and then I'm also trying to pull up comments to share what other people are saying. Oh, if I do this, you guys can't see what I'm coloring. Okay, let's see. I do want you guys to be able to see. It's kind of frustrating for me too, because like I haven't quite figured it out. Fine, go leave. Or you could just stay on and listen and eat and clean at the same time. I haven't like super started coloring yet. But Dusty says they love both their Prisma and Color, and they have the 48 count of Arteza. I hate the Arteza. So I just did my first coloring page with using all Artezas, and I just did not like how they perform for me. It just wasn't my fave. So I don't know. This? No. This? No. That? No. No. Yeah. I'll have to work that out, I think. So that's why you can't see the other comments. I wish I could just share all the comments here. I'll figure it out. I'll try and figure it out next time. But I think that's too small. What do you guys think? If you're viewing, let me know what you think before I change anything else. If you're viewing on a phone, that's probably way too small. But if you're on a tablet or a computer, it might be okay to see other people's comments. Oh, hey, Stace. Okay, you're on Facebook now. But still, I'm curious if you can, like, see the comments or not. I'll try to work on something to help us all. Because it's kind of frustrating for me, too, to tell you the truth. So, yeah, I don't know. But basically, I wanted to just really talk about how when we're looking at stuff or when we're coloring stuff, when we want to color a black cat, we often just use, well, yeah, you can, because most people are on Facebook right now commenting. So still, if there was somebody, this is espresso, $10.99. And we're going in the darker areas. Yeah, it's just something I'm still trying to figure out, and if it's beneficial. I think also there might be something I can add to bring up comments somehow. I'm not sure. My husband's cooking, and all of a sudden I'm like the most starving. He's making himself some lunch, but I have my lunch shake. So we're adding in our darker darks, which are going to be on the left side because we decided the light is coming from this direction. So it looks like we still got 3 people here. So who's still hanging out? Stacy, and is Jenna on still? Who's here? and who is coloring along, because I don't think anybody is actually coloring also the Tiny Cats book. Oh, Angie's still here. Awesome. So what are you coloring, Angie? I think I'm going to add some shadow, like right there. Okay, so I'm going to grab... So you notice on the inspiration image here, we got some light browns right like in his shoulders. I think that's so cool. So I'm going to grab my light umber, and we're going to go ahead and add some of that brown to give him some different sort of highlights. And we're going to add it to his face as well. We're going to work on keeping this white, so hopefully I don't drag my hand over it. Something Submarine by Jade Summer. I haven't heard of her. I'm actually kind of new to the adult coloring scene. So I don't actually have very many books or anything. And I feel like I'm kind of particular on things I want to color. Oh, right. So I was going to announce what book Stacy's just watching right now, and she's working on something by Mona maybe. Mona Gates, who colors in many layers too. And Stacy has a phobia about working on different images at once, so you don't color multiple. Right now, I'm coloring two things. I'm doing a freebie from, gosh, my brain. A freebie from RJ Hampson, and I'm doing that kind of like on my own time, not as a color along. But yesterday I went live on Instagram to just work on it because I just felt like having some company. And so this is the white, and I don't know what I'm doing right now, but it felt like what I should be doing. Because I just wanted company. So because I do the color along, I do one image for the color along, and I try to only color that. Not try. I have only been coloring them during my lives. I haven't heard of Mona Gates. There's a lot of people I haven't heard of. But, oh yeah. So, next month, we are going to color out of RJ Hampson's A Frog's Tale, because I want to. And so, if you don't have that book and you want to color along with me, be sure to grab that. And you can get that book. You can get that book from my links in my Amazon store. Hold on. I will grab it real quick. So when you shop my Amazon store, if I can find it, Breen. Oh God, where is it? Why is my brain not working well? It's so annoying. Okay, so if you shop my Amazon store, I get a very tiny commission, very tiny. But you can find everything I use and everything on my store, and I have the A Frog's Tale coloring book by RJ Hampson in the coloring book section. And anyway, I love his stuff because it's so stinking cute. This is the black. It's so stinking cute, and I literally want to color everything in his book. And so, if you'd like to color along, I definitely recommend grabbing his book. It was actually one of the first coloring books that I purchased outside of my own coloring book, which you can find in my link too, which is Caribbean Sea Life. I'm not a huge fan of the Joanna Brasford books. A lot of them are just too detailed for my liking. They're cool, but just not for me. I know they're really popular. I think I did actually have her Oceans book, and then I just like never colored in it. And that was actually when I was realizing that I was having trouble focusing on the really small things. Like, I like to usually like watch TV and color at the same time, or something like that. I'm always doing more than one thing at one time. This is the sepia again. And so I was doing that, and I was like trying to look back up at the TV, and it was like blurry. Which was really super annoying. And so that made me not want to do it. But now, when I'm coloring during the daytime, when I'm not hanging out with my husband and, doing whatever we're doing in the evening time, watching TV or whatever, it's a lot easier because I usually play my shows on like my computer or something, so the image is closer, so I'm not like trying to strain my eyes going back and forth from like focusing on a really tiny something to a much bigger something. I think that's just age. I'm 35. I'm getting old. So I know this looks like kind of crapola right now. It's like almost all art has like this super ugly stage. I'm noticing that the line is getting a little bit weird. Gosh, I am so sorry about my brain farting. For someone who just started the coloring thing, I mean, I've been an artist, my whole life. So, I mean, I have colored before, but I'm just getting into like adult coloring books. So, like, really my skill is in drawing, and I can color, my own drawings and everything. But I use those skills to bring into, into this, or my art skills, artistry skills. Stacy loves Elena Lazarova. I'm just not going to try it. My brain is not working today. I'm so sorry. But it's not cardstock, so you print her images off her Gumroad store. Oh my gosh. Etsy is so insane. I was thinking about starting an Etsy store because right now, some of you here may not know. Well, thank you, Dusty. I appreciate it. May not know that I have started my own coloring book imprint. Like, I have my own coloring book, which is the Caribbean Sea Life coloring book, and you can get that on Amazon. But I decided I wanted to really keep going, making more coloring books, and I am using my imprint name, which is called Guava Cat Press, and it's I'm still working on my first coloring book under that name, and it's going to be Cats in Nature. And I haven't been like super inspired to like continue drawing it right now. I have 10 out of 25 images done, but it's just like it's a lot of work. My Caribbean Sea Life coloring book took me 2 months straight. I was literally working on it daily, and 2 months straight to get it drawn or pick images that I wanted to draw, because I got them from actually going snorkeling, and I took pictures underwater and everything, and picking images to drawing them to trying to figure out the backgrounds to blah 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 blah. It was a lot. So it's I'm kind of not as hyper focused on the Kitties in Nature coloring book at the moment. You can actually find some of the images ready to print off if you like on guavacatpress.com. I think it's .com. Oh my gosh. Yes. So I'm still working on the website, but it's super cute. But yeah, I have a few, like 6 images that you could print off if you wanted. Why do I feel? Oh, probably because I'm starving. This is my breakfast shake. I don't know. My brain just feels like super all over the place today. I'm in a good mood though, albeit tired. So I was getting a lot of compliments on the strawberries, which if you want to check out how I did the strawberries, you can watch my last live. I did part of it in like 2 lives ago, and then the rest of it in the last live. And they were really fun. The bright white highlights are from an acrylic paint pen. So that worked out really well. I was going to use one of my gel pens, but it wouldn't go on to the color pencil, which was super annoying. It looks terrible right now. It'll look, I hope it'll look better in a little bit. I can't decide how we're going to make his eyes pop more. Because it's nice and like with most black cats in real life, they have, orange eyes or green eyes. So you can really see them, but they just did, black. Because it's a cartoon, which is fine. Well, what are we going to do? I don't know. Keep picking sepia, but I don't think I want that. I want a darker gray. Here. You guys should link up that Elena person. I'd like to see anyway. Even though it may not be for me. But for my color alongs, you absolutely do not have to color what I'm coloring. You can just use it to have somebody to color with, you know. But if you wanted to color with me, then, or using the same images as I am, then definitely grab yourself the A Frog's Tale book, because that's definitely what I would like to do next month. And this, because I take ages to color, it's already 1:10, so I've almost been coloring this stinking cat for an hour. We'll have to extend this live for sure past the first, or not this live, this event, this color along past the 1st of May. Oh, you know what I could do? I could draw him. I could go over the black lines in white paint. I could make him pop out. We could do that for all the kitties if we wanted. That could work. We're missing our regular Amy today. Seems. Hey Dusty, where do you live? You don't have to be exact, just curious. Stacy says, I love her stuff. She's got a lot of dragons, mermaids, fairies, Victorian ladies, sweet treats, animals, etc. Her tastes are all over the board. That's funny. Yeah, definitely link it for me so I can remember to check it out, because I have no brain power apparently today, so I definitely will need a reminder, or send me a message. I'd like to look into. This sounds fun. My tastes are all over too. Like I like my real life, gosh, darn this brain. I like my real life fish, which I did in the Caribbean sea life. And then I'm doing, I guess the cats in nature are closer to real looking cats too. I'm not very imaginative. So so it's kind of hard that's a struggle for me to do super cool imaginary stuff. I think this is coming along a little better. Indiana? Where do you live, Stacy? Just curious. You don't have to say if you don't want. It's nice to it's cool to see. Yeah, I know Joanna Brasford does. I had her book. I just don't like her stuff very much. That's just me. Too deep, too much. Stacy lives in Pennsylvania. Oh, right on. So you're in my current time zone. And Dusty's probably an hour behind, so it's probably, 12:15 almost? I've learned a lot about time zones in my life, because I've lived in other countries, and now I've lived in Oregon, and then all the way across to the furthest point east in St. Croix, and yeah. It's kind of crazy. Time zones are crazy. What's this? Angie lives in South Carolina. Oh, I think you are also in my time zone. Is it 1:15 there? In the summer, we're on the same as the Eastern time zone, but in the winter, when we have the Atlantic time zone because we don't observe those time changes here, which is nice. I think I still feel like super tired, even though we don't change our time. It must be like sympathetic tiredness. Hi, Amy. We've been wondering where you are. Where? I have. Where is it? Oh, here. I'm a little bit scatterbrained today. Yeah, we do all have all our picks. Oh, so Amy's over on YouTube, so you probably can't see her comments, but she is here today too. I will try to pull up comments or read what she's saying or read what you guys are saying out loud. So I ended up totally covering over his eyeball. I think we're going to go in later with some white paint and try to bring out his little eyeballs again. But now we're kind of using the 70% French gray, 1074. We're like blending kind of these darker colors with some of the lighter colors and trying to make it look a little cool. You missed the Instagram. You had to go to your mother's. Karen Valentine art for realistic coloring. Yeah, right on. I have 5 coloring books. I have my own. I have 2 of R.J. Hampson's. I have his pirate book and his a Frog's Tale book. And then I have the Tiny Cats. And I have Adorable Town by Lainey Dow. I gotta color in that one. I haven't colored in that one at all yet. I got a message this morning, Amy, from R.J. Hampson, and he said you messaged him saying that you missed my color along, but my color along had nothing to do with him except for the fact I was coloring on his page. So for the Instagram color alongs, you just go to my Instagram profile during that time, and if you follow me on Instagram, it'll pop up. You'll get a notification that I'm going live. Okay, this is going okay. See, it looked terrible, and now it looks pretty okay. So I'm grabbing this light umber again. I'm kind of going in, kind of pressing hard. I'm blending, and it's kind of adding some of that light brown that we see on the inspiration image. So be sure to follow me on Instagram, Amy. I don't know if I will continue going live on Instagram. I'm not sure that I'm just not sure that it's the right spot for me to go live, so I think it's kind of a waste of my time. But I was just testing it out, but I don't think I will go live. I think most of my folks who hang out with me here are either on YouTube or most of them are on Facebook. So And over on Facebook, they're just talking about some other artists that they like coloring books or colorings on. Okay, so I feel like white. Where's my white? Here's my white. And we're going to kind of give him some little hairs. I think also later we will do his whiskers in white. And I think we'll do that at the very end after we color the background too, because doing the white before then on his whiskers specifically for before we do the background, it won't probably end up accidentally coloring over them. So this is just, we're just doing the highlight. It's a little too white for some areas. Oop. Then we'll definitely have to work on the white, his white part, because without any shadow or anything, it looks kind of just like this flatness that doesn't seem quite right. So if you're just joining us, like Amy is earlier in the video, we picked out a bunch of different color of the warm grays. We picked out almost all of the French grays of what Prismacolor has, and we picked out a few of the just warm grays, and then black and white. And I am having them in a pile over here, and we're picking up. Oh yeah, that's how I did the highlights here, the white Posca, but I only have a fat one, and so I blanc it in a little tin lid. Blanc. So I was just saying white paint instead of Posca pen because I was using something else and not the pen itself to actually draw on the page. So I didn't like how light some of this turned out, so I'm just kind of adding in some more shade or shadow. I still haven't decided what color I'm going to do the ears. I might go cartoon and do some light pink because this is like a little Asian themed coloring book, so some cute pink would be probably nice. You got a set of 3 white Posca pens on Amazon for $11. Nice. I got my set of pastel Posca pens. I think there's 6 of them. I found it on Amazon for only $15, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cheap. I was really excited. But I also have some other paint pens. I just don't know where they live right now. I can't seem to find them. And I want to try those because I don't think you don't have to just use Posca. They're just the most known brand. And I know not all of them work the same, but I wanted something a little cheaper. So I think that part of him is basically done. What do you think? I'm just adding a little bit more brown closer to the highlights. Okay, I'll take my little brush. You got some on your wish list. Oh, the Posca pens. Add to your book list, Amy, A Frog's Tale. By R.G. Hampson, because I decided that's what we're going to color out of for next month. Because I still don't feel like coloring out of my own book again yet. But I will someday. Just not yet. Okay, so we got him colored. I think, do we want to outline? Oh, we want to make sure his eyes are like out in the world. Where's my little lids? I was doing. Lost it. Where's it? I'm still here. Oh, here it is. Oh. Yeah, okay, so here's what I've been doing because I only have this fat one, so I just put some paint in. Oh. So I put some paint in the lid. And then I was using my mechanical pencil lead for a very tiny brush. Okay, see you later, Amy. Okay, so let's just see if we can. Just want to make his eyes visible at least. Now sorry, I'm getting close to see where his actual eye was. I can't see it. We're gonna guess right there. That looks about right. Okay. There. Oops. I'm kind of shaky. Jeez Louise. Okay. Oh, you know what? I wanted to give him. Well, let's see if I can add. Oh gosh, sorry. Add little white feet or light color feet socks. That'll look cute. That's what I like about the Prismacolors, because like you can almost always like add a little bit more color. little paw socks. Did I say Posca or did I say Prismacolor? Jeez Louise, I don't even know where my brain is today. It is apparently not in my head. There, that looks cute. And then we'll add just a little bit, like maybe my hands are shaky, so it's not going great. Okay. Looks cute. So I thought maybe I could. Okay, here's my other pastas. So these are the pastas I found for like 15 or whatever for this set. The pastels. Let's do, okay, so basically have yellow or orange. That will work for his eye colors, I think. Because I wish there was like a green, but it's more like an aqua blue. Do I ever use gelatos when making backgrounds? No, I don't own gelatos. I've never heard of them, but I don't often do backgrounds. No, I've heard of gelatos. I've never used them. That's what I meant. Okay, so and you know what I don't have? A black Posca. But I do have a black liner pen that will work. Okay, so he's not quite done yet. We got to add some shadow in his white fur. Oh gosh, there's black on this still. Oh man. So we'll just do like some kind of scribbles over here. Oh, we got to color his little nose and his little ears. This is turning out to be kind of pink. We'll add some of this 30% warm gray. I haven't done a lot of backgrounds. I did a background on my most recent finished coloring page, which was a freebie from Coco Wyo, I think. And that was really fun. But now I just use my Prismacolors. Like a lipstick texture. Just smear some. Oh, yeah. They sound like pastels. Oil pastels. But they sound messy. That prevents me from using a lot of stuff. Like I remember in college when I was taking like art electives and stuff, we would use pastels or chalk pastels, and they would be like super messy. And I was like, I hate this. Messy stuff makes me sometimes not do things. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a little pink. We're gonna let's color his ears pink. Whoop, that one didn't color pink. I touched the black. There we go. That's not working. I thought it'd be cute to give him little pink blush cheeks, but it's not going, which is fine. So when the pasta's dry, I'm gonna grab this. I shake it, even though this is micron, and clean up this stuff here real quick, and give him a pupil. Should he have a line or should he have circles? And then wait for that to dry a minute. Nice. I don't know. I don't use a lot of different stuff. Finish my little shake. Does that look good or dumb? I don't know. I think I want to outline his little eyeballs. There. Difficult. So tiny. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, so we want to give him a little, oh god, that's huge. Oh well. Oh well. Okay. It's whatever. Okay, he's done for now. And we'll add some white eyebrow whiskers here. And then we'll add his other whiskers later. So now we'll move on to the Calico Kitty. What do you think of him? Does he look all right? I want to see his bigger. He looks all right. I like it. Okay, so now let's find a cute calico cat. We'll use her as inspiration. How about that? Okay. So now we gotta put away all of our crazies. I might keep out some for the black bits. We'll keep out white, and we'll keep out black, keep out cream, and we'll keep out some, well, I guess we'll keep out most of them. And we need to grab some orangey colors. I didn't choose a paper with a grid on it. This is from the Coco Wyo book. This is their coloring page. I think it's like a picnic blanket. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Okay, so we need some orangey colors. That'll probably work. Peach. Okay. So what I grabbed for the ginger bits is 118, 1033, 1034, 1032, and then I grabbed peach 939 just in case. You know what I wanted? Okay, so we were going to make this cat a ginger. So oh no, it's actually it's taped to my desk, and I cut it out because they have black on the back of their pages, and I don't like that because if you press too hard, it will go to the other page. Right. Okay. So what do we want to do? Okay, so she's mostly white. We'll do her ginger little cuteness here. Then we'll give her a little ginger spot on her tail. And these will be the black spots, I guess. Because I actually like the Amazon paper, and so I actually published a sketchbook with blank fronts and dot grid backs on Amazon so that I could use that paper to print out images that I want to color, because I like it. It works well for me. and how I color. So I don't mind the Amazon books. And I did actually buy the recommended cardstock paper that people liked, and I don't. So, as we all say, we all have our preferences, and this is what works for me. More dark, more dark. Anthony's art is over on YouTube. Hi, Anthony. Welcome, welcome. We're just coloring in a page from the Coco Wyo Tiny Cats coloring book. And we're just coloring together. You can do your own thing, color along with us, or use me as background noise, whatever. And we're just chatting about various things and hanging out, getting to know each other. I'm using Prismacolor pencils. They're my favorite. I kind of figured, since your username is Anthony's Art. What kind of art do you do? Right now I'm into coloring because I'm publishing coloring books, and I wanted to develop my little community. So that's what we're doing. Your favorite is Prismacolors as well, Stacy? I was testing out various brands because I wanted to be able to suggest to people cheaper brands than Prismacolor, because I know not everyone, one, can afford them, or two, likes them. And that's fine. So I was testing out some other brands, and so far I've tested Arteza, which I did not like, and I'm retesting Colors. I did like them, kinda, but I think I was pressing too hard because I got some carpal tunnel symptoms, and then, but really I've tested so far the Artezas. I'm doing a page with Evazar London's, and I'm pretty sure they're the same as the Artezas, which is unfortunate, but that's happening a lot, where people can go to like Alibaba website, which has a bunch of Chinese manufacturers, and they can spend X amount of money with a manufacturer, and you can put your own brand on them. So that's why there's so many same or similar colored pencils on the market now. So you have to be really careful when you're, and apparently I wasn't careful enough, but I think that Evazar London pencils are so new that they don't have a lot of reviews on them. And I just tested them out because a friend of mine was like, I love them. And I don't know. I don't think they're the same. No, I mean, I think they're the same, but I'm really not like 100%. But it's rough. I don't know. So I'm still working on that coloring page, and I'll decide. But maybe I like them more than the Artezas because I only got the 48 of the Artezas to try. And at first I was like really impressed by them, but when I tried blending them and stuff, I really didn't like how they worked. And yeah, so I was not pleased with the Artezas, so I just straight up don't recommend them, but a lot of people do. And the reason I got them is because people said they were really close to Prismacolors, and I just have to disagree. Yeah, I know. That's why I got them, because I think they're like originally almost $80, and I was like, 100% they're not worth $80 when I can get the 150. I think right now the 150 Prismacolors, if you go on the Walmart app, they're still for sale for $80, which is why I got the full set. Otherwise, I didn't have the full set and totally don't need it of Prismacolors. But that was too good of a price to pass up. And I was worried that they'd be like fakes because of that manufacturer thing I told you about. But they're real ones. And you tried the Derwent Light Fast. You know, I haven't tried them. So I can't really say. I'm tempted to try the Light Fast and the, oh, brain, come on. What is the other one? The Polychromos. But then, I don't know, they're so expensive. I don't want to be disappointed. But also, you know, I could just buy a couple because they sell them as, yeah, well, these aren't fake. So, they're real. But yeah, so that $80 one from Walmart is not fake because I purchased from it, and I know I've been using Prismacolors my whole life. Okay, so now we need to do the shadows of this kitty. Ooh, this is a little bit darker than the mint. So yeah, if you did want to go, they're not fakes, to buy that one from Walmart. That's for sale, I think, right now, but you have to go to the app or else it's not for sale on their website. But like, that's such a good price for them that I was like, kind of tempted to buy. Kind of tempted to buy another set. To be honest, this is the second time they've been on sale, and I'm kind of wondering if that seller is getting them for cheap because you know how Prismacolor is doing away with, I think, the lavender and the lilac. Just a guess that maybe they're selling them for cheaper to sellers or something. I don't know. Just a guess. Yeah, such a good deal that I was like, can't pass that up. I can't afford to pass that up. I never had a full set of Prismacolors before. I think the biggest set I ever purchased might be the 72, which I know is not much. That's like half the 150, but I was pretty excited. I'm not really sure. I put all my duplicates in another pencil holder. And then when I was sorting these again, this ended up her not really being white. Sometimes I get carried away. So I'm going to go over this shadow with my white. I'll lighten it up a little bit, but not all the way. So hopefully I'll still look like a shadow. Got a little carried away. Oh yeah, so when I was putting my brand new ones in their pencil holder, I took my old ones in which I had very tiny ones like this, and I put them in instead of the brand new long ones. You like the polychromos? I haven't used them. And I don't know why I keep buying new pencils. To be honest, like, the Prismacolor worked just fine. So I don't know why I keep buying. Oh yeah, because I wanted to tell people whether or not I would use them. So far I have not been very happy, but yeah, I should try a couple of the polychromos. And I should try the other ones. It's so hard for me though to buy like just a couple, and this is just a mental barrier. Like, I want the whole set. I think with the light fast, you have to do a lot of like thin layers, a lot of really light layers to work better. I haven't been paying a lot of attention. I know a lot of people like them. But I haven't been paying attention to how people are using them necessarily. Okay, so that baby's done. I'm gonna put, where's my, there's only a little bit of wet white left. Put it right there, back in the eyeball dot. Okay, so they don't blend like Prismas, but no, that's true. Their colors are wonderful. You're talking about the polychromos, right? Not the light fast. Okay, so we did our calico kitty, and now we're going to do orange kitty. So let's find an orange stripe cat. And we will look at him. Oh, it's a tiny. That's okay. We're just looking at for reference. So he's a light orange. We'll go with 1034, the goldenrod. Any ideas what this thing is on top of this thing's head? I don't know. Oh yeah, you can't even see. Oh, I gotta move. I gotta change something. Here, one sec. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now you can see. So, orange baby. Do any of you guys have cats? I have one cat. His name is Benjamin, and he's amazing. And I'm kind of sad he hasn't been hanging out with me during my studio time lately. We were gone for 4 days, and I had a friend check in on him and everything. Oh, I forgot to color his little nose. Peach. There. Nose. We'll just do them all. Little peach noses. Peach ears. And I don't know if he's like he didn't seem mad. He seemed really stoked that we were home and we had a really great cuddle. Maybe he realized he's mad and he's like, I'm not hanging out with you, Mom. I love having a cat, though. They're so funny. This is my first cat as an adult. I had some cats growing up, but they weren't mine, really. But we're teaching him tricks. You don't have any cats? You used to, but too old to keep after animals. I have no idea. It looks folded over. I guessed the marshmallow first as well. And then I was like thinking about, I don't know. I just don't know. I just really don't. I don't know. But I think cats are really easy. I mean, we had a 20-acre farm. So compared to that, cats are really easy. And I don't think I'll have a dog again. Maybe when I'm older and we're in one spot, but we want to travel right now. And I think that's just not fair, really, to a dog. A cat obviously seems to not mind too much. The house was fine. I thought maybe there was a possibility that it would be trashed or he'd, I don't know, my mind, I have anxiety and stuff, so it was like my mind went everywhere. I wasn't sure what I was going to come home to. I don't know if they do draw their own stuff. No, this doesn't look like an AI screw up. There are some mess ups, but totally errors that I would do as well. So I don't know if they are AI or not. I mean, it doesn't really bother me either way. I just think they're cute. Orange kitty. And I do love cats. So we'll grab the peach again. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. I think they say they have various artists, the Coco Wyo publishing. And so I honestly, I don't know because they don't talk about like who drew exactly. So I have no idea. There's only actually, I got kind of ahead of myself buying this book in particular. It's got a few cute pages. I mean, they're cheap anyway, so I'm not like super mad at myself or anything. But there's only a few cute pages that I like. But I kind of try to think about instead of the price as a whole, like, okay, they're what, $8 or something. But $8 for hours and hours of entertainment. Like so far we've done 3 sessions, so that's 6 hours almost on what we've got here, and then it's been almost 8 hours total for this session as well. That's worth $8. So I think like people really need to start working on like thinking about how much they're getting out of something rather than how much something costs. So I think even though so far I've only colored in one book or one page in this book, the $8 is worth the 8 hours of entertainment I've had. I gotta work on my group email. I'm gonna raise the price of my Caribbean Sea Life book on the 6th, and I keep forgetting to make my email for it because I keep getting distracted and coloring instead. And hopefully this weekend we'll get to the art center here on the other side of the island, and they are going to sell my book, my coloring book on commission. I think there's a few more, not a ton, but a few more. Brain, come on. Cruise ships that are coming in still. And it's coming into the slow season, but I think we'll be good. I think it'll be fine to hang out in that shop anyway. There's a lot of people that go there. And there's some other shops on that strip that I think I can try and get to sell it to, but I should have been more on top of things in like February and March for the cruise ships, but my anxiety was not letting me do anything. Oh my gosh, look at this cute little orange kitten. So cute. I've always wanted a ginger cat, and I thought I would get a ginger cat. Well, actually, when I got Benjamin, I didn't want a cat at all. Like, we already had a bunch of animals. But then he was so cute, and he nuzzled like a cow and a horse, and I was like, well, you're going to fit in good. But they're like, oh, do you want him? Because I was at this farm. He was just this one of their, bajillions of cats. And they're like, oh, do you want him? And I was like, no, I don't. And then I couldn't stop thinking about him. And so a week later, I went back to that farm with a little cage, and we got Benjamin. And then I got in trouble with my husband because he was supposed to be indoor-outdoor cat because we lived on the farm. And then I got too scared. And then I was like, he's just an indoor cat, because we lived so close to the highway. We actually had one of our dogs hit on the highway. And so after that, I was like, nope, no more. He's just an indoor cat. And then my husband got really upset, but he got over it. And now my husband loves him. Well, he loved him anyway. He loves him more. And my cat's so funny. He plays fetch sometimes. And so we're teaching him tricks. So he can already do like sit, spin, up, down. What else? He can, we do this and we say paw, and he puts his paw on her hand. And I got him some of the Fluent Pet buttons. And so we're working on that as well. So we're working on the word play, because I say do not teach him, especially at first, don't teach him food stuff, because like a treat or whatever, he'll just press the treat word all the time. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, oh my gosh, you gotta go look on, like, search up talking animal buttons, and there's some really cool dogs and cats that have learned how to use these buttons, and they like make sentences. I mean, basic sentences, but sentences nonetheless. It's incredible. So what do we think of this guy? Does he look done? I think so. He looks pretty done. Nice. I cannot believe that took me an hour and a half to color those 3 little cats. Oh, I'm such a slow colorer. But now we have only maybe a half hour or so left. I have an appointment at 3. So I definitely want to get out of here by 2:30. Let's talk about color choices next. For me, I feel like the doily needs to stay white. What do you think? Or would you put it a color? Then I want to think about the cup. I want the cup maybe to be a darker color so that these colors will pop out. I'm feeling like the plate might need to be like a blue. I don't think that kind of blue, but maybe like an aqua or dark aqua. Or not teal. Teal doesn't seem right. But I don't know. And then this seemed like a picnic blanket to me. I'm still on the fence about that, but if it were yours drawing here, what would you do for the background? It is, I guess the reason why it reminds me of a picnic blanket is because the food, but like the suns and the moons don't really make sense. I don't color fast. I mean, all of this took now almost 8 hours. That's a long time. But I like dealing with the chatterboxes because otherwise I'm here talking to the abyss of nothing, which is super annoying. Oh gosh, I covered up the Instagram. I hope no one says hi on Instagram. They're so lame. I think I'm not going to go live on Instagram anymore. The chatterboxes help because, like I said, otherwise it feels I'm just talking into nothing, which is super lame. Okay, so what color would you do the background? You know, I just had a random idea of doing like, no, because he's dark, but I can make his background not dark. Like a starry top and then daylight bottom. Because with the Prismacolors, you can color over lines and they can disappear easily. And we could even, whatever. Or should we do the picnic blanket? I need some help deciding. Oh, I really like my kitties. I like them a lot. They're so cute. So this is actually the first cats I've colored in like a coloring book, which is kind of funny since Hi Tanya Conway. Hi. Stacy would do the background dark with stars because of the moons. And then there's suns down here though, at the bottom. I think that would be fun. But then I'd have to consider. So I'd do something lighter around this kitty if I do dark. And then if I do dark, I still want this to be dark though, but what kind of dark? I don't know. Yeah, something like that. I'll have to think on it some more. Tonya, I hope you join us next time. We're kind of wrapping up. We're talking about like future ideas for the next live, which will probably be on Monday. I was doing lives around 2, and then today I had to start it around noon Eastern time because I have an appointment at 3. So I usually go for about 2 hours, 1.5 to 2 hours in the lives. And yeah. Oh, something I like to do, and we can do that while we're just chatting, is sometimes you notice when you're coloring with Prismacolors specifically, like I said, they color over the lines and they can make the lines disappear. And so I like to take my black Prisma, because not very many pens, unless you're using a paint pen, will color over color pencils very well. So I'll go over the lines that kind of disappeared with my black Prismacolor pencil, and that brings out the line. Oops, sometimes I miss, but it doesn't seem to matter to me very much. Oh yeah? Well, I'm glad you found anyway, Tanya. If you guys are interested, I'll link it in the chat here. 1 sec. Not Guava Cat, but here we go. I do have a Facebook group, and if you want to join, don't forget to answer the join questions. But there's a Facebook group And if you follow my Facebook page, AdrienneSmith.Artist, you'll probably get notifications and stuff of when I go live. And then my Facebook group, obviously, I'm my peeps, and I definitely need some more peeps. It's a newer group. I'm trying to get more activity up in there, so it will be about coloring, but it also will be, whatever art. It'll be mostly art related in general, because as an artist and someone with ADHD, I never stick to one thing for very long. You're at work right now, Tonya? Where are you in this world? I live in the U.S. Virgin Islands, on the island of St. Croix. And so I'm in the Eastern time zone right now. Oh, yes. Please post your finished pieces to the group, Stacy. Oh, you're in Central California, so you are 3 hours behind me. Right now, just before lunchtime for you. Most of my family lives in Oregon, so we came here from Oregon just almost a year and a half ago. Yes, so I want the group to be a community, and a community can't be if it's just me posting my stuff. Is it everyone's dream vacation spot? Because to tell you the truth, I didn't really know about it until I watched Caribbean Sea Life, and that's why we moved here. So it was, being from the West Coast, I was like, Hawaii, obviously. No matter who the artist is. So basically, it's just an art group. And I do color alongs, obviously, from other artists. And then on occasion, I'll go from my own book. But mostly, I want to build my community of people who enjoy me and my art and my time. And people who are comfortable talking with me, asking questions, because I'm as helpful as I can be. So yeah, anybody, any artist, because I post any artist. Because there is more room in the world for more artists, and artists should be supporting other artists. I think the most successful artists are the ones who lift up other artists, in my opinion. Oh, nope, go ahead. I could understand stuff like that for much larger groups, but I literally have 20 people in my group. So, and it's like only me posting right now. The people in the group all seem to be kind of busy at the moment. We're all kind of going through some stuff at the same time, which is fine. But no, I don't feel like I can limit what people post, because I don't think that's what a good community does. But the one thing I don't like, and I don't think is okay, is posting other people's groups, for example. But no, like I said, I only have 5 books. 2 of them are by R.G. Hampson. So I talk about his stuff a lot. And the other page I'm coloring right now is by him as well. And not everybody can afford. Oh, sweet, Stacy. Okay, nice to meet you too, Tanya. I hope you join the group or find me on Facebook. I do post to my Facebook page when I'm going to go live if you're not into groups. Thanks for stopping in. I really do appreciate it. I'll accept it when I can here, Stacy. We're almost done. I think drawing over the lines in the black really helps it. Maybe I will loosen the others up. I know Amy, she posts sometimes, but I think everyone else said they're busy right now, and that's understandable. I know a lot of people who are like, it's spring for them and they do a lot of gardening, so that's coming up. And I'm generally understanding, but like I asked in the group recently, I was like, how can I get you guys to participate more? Yeah, sure. There you go. And if you can't click it for some reason, the group's name is Friends of AdrienneSmith.Artist. So should be easily searchable. I think coloring the lines over in black really makes the work pop out again. I'm fast. I already had it in my paste log, so that's why. So definitely, I noticed. So I decided this was a pistachio cake, and I'm still not even sure what it is. Someone said maybe it's like a cake with lady fingers in the center, but I was like, okay, maybe, but these really remind me of pistachio nuts, so I'm gonna go with pistachio cake. That's how I decided on this cake. And then this one, the red one, I was totally wrong. It's more like a pie rather than a cake, but when I was first looking at this, I thought it was a cake, and so I went with red velvet, but maybe it's more like a strawberry pie. Now I can say that. But I like my pistachio cake. I doubt anybody else colored this as a pistachio cake. I do have a lot of people who request to join my groups because, I mean, that's not the only group I have. I have them for various things that I have done or like in the past. And a lot of people either don't fill out the questionnaire or don't answer all the questions. And I just don't understand. Like, fill them all out, yo. This is common in groups now, especially with how they've made public groups where anybody can just comment in them, you know. I don't know. But yeah. Strawberry shortcake. That's what you would have done, this one or that one? Because this seems more like a pie. But cake, I don't know, because it has like a crust. Anyway, I don't think anyway was wrong. That's why I hope that other people are coloring this page or whatever, because I think like the coolest thing about color alongs, or how I imagined them being, they haven't really been like this yet, was that to see how other people colored the same thing if they weren't doing what I'm doing exactly, which I think a lot of people do to learn stuff, which is fine too. And I was drawing the seeds again. Yes. Don't be a dick. That's a rule in all my groups. Because it kind of encompasses like everything you shouldn't do in a public setting. Oh, you think that's what it looks like now? Oh, maybe. Yeah, I think like don't be a dick really. It's kind of, I don't know. If anyone's a jerk, you can just like, look at that. Don't be a dick. What you did was dickish. And, anyway, and I think it's funny. Lighthearted. Makes me laugh anyway. Probably offends other people, but I'm not for everybody. So now we're at 2:20, and I noticed I colored some white over a line. Don't like that. Have you seen the R.J. Hampson books? I can show you. Maybe you'll want to get one if you don't have it. So I don't know if you've seen the Frog's Tale book, but it is so cute. Like, it is so cute, and I just love it. I literally even colored the this book's belong to and these other pages, which they have like words on them and stuff. And I was like, no, I want to color them, but it's so cute. Like, I literally love every single illustration in here. Like, look at his little snail friend, and like the house. Oh my gosh! Like, I can't even, like, his imagination is extravagant. Like, I'm so like jealous. I like this one a lot too. Oh, I actually saw that comment. I mean, honestly, her coloring did look like scribbles, but she didn't have to say it. Like, no one has to say that. It was rude. I would never just say that to someone, because she even went on further. So, like, I love his stuff so much. Like, I could cry. Look at the little stoat. It's so cute. Anyway, yeah, so I think for next month we're going to color something out of here. I have no idea what yet, because I want to color all of it, and I'm not even exaggerating. I really do. Like, it's so adorable. I'm just impressed. I wish I could think like they do. I love this one. And then he has, he always does 2 sets of his pages in his books. So you could like tear it apart and share it with a friend, or try a different medium. But yeah, so I don't know, his stuff is just so cute. So I'll try to remember Elena Lazarova. It would be great if you could link her. That would be awesome for me, because then I'll try to remember better. but yeah, so that is definitely the book for next month, because I want to be really excited to color something. And not that I'm not excited to color this. I just thought I would be more excited. It's super cute though. I'm impressed with my cats. Oh, I saw that comment too. But like, so there's a point of like honesty, and there's a point of rudeness. You can be honest and not rude at the same time, or you can just shut the hell up. Like, you don't have to be a jerk about it. If you don't like someone's work, don't say anything. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things I don't like. And then there's the thing that bothers me the most ever out of any art, anything, was that people are like, I know this sucks, or I know this is terrible, or I know I'm a bad artist, but no one is bad, really. Everyone starts somewhere. And you can learn to get better at whatever you want to be doing in your art. But you have to want to get better. You have to be dedicated and, try to get better. It's obviously not going to just happen. You have to work at it. And no, I wasn't born with the ability to paint or draw or whatever, but it was something I enjoyed doing, so I continued to do it. And that's how I got better and where I am today. So I hate when people say I suck, or I can't draw, or I can't do this. You can. You just have to take the time to do it. And I'm going to leave my rant. I'm going to leave this on that little rant. And then I hope to see you guys on Monday. I take the weekends off from doing lines for sure. Hang out with my husband, do stuff around the house, go grocery shopping, etc. But I'm always reachable on the group, or I might be coloring my own thing, whatever. I hope to see you next time. I really appreciate you hanging out. It was nice to meet you, Stacy. And yeah, I'm glad you joined the group, and I'll see y'all later.